We're here today in beautiful Qualicum Beach at the show and shine put on by the Seaside Cruizers. There's hot rods all over the place. They're the past. We have the future here today, which is electric. Hi, my name is Larry Bolt. I'm privileged to be the president of the Mid-Vancouver Island Electric Vehicle Association. If you're curious about electric cars, ask an owner. That's our motto. Come on, let's have a walk around and I'll introduce you to some of the owners. Here we are with a new brand called Rivian and the owner, Linda, from Gabriel Island. Linda, why don't you tell us about your car?
I call it a car because it drives like a car. It sticks to the road really well, goes fast, has 835 horsepower. You can go 0 to 100 in 3.1 seconds. It's got all-wheel drive all the time. All the tires actually are controlled by independent motors. The range is 450 kilometers. And so far we haven't found any problem with charging stations. It doesn't have any little bits hanging down if you look under the truck. It's completely flat on the bottom with a skid plate. We got the adventure package, so it actually has a steel skid plate underneath so that we can go off-road and not have to worry about it. It also raises and lowers. Lower it to 8 inches, or you can raise it up to 14 inches, depending on what kind of road conditions you're in. Another neat feature of the truck is they have something called camp mode. So if you're off-roading and you're parked on a hill, you put it into camp mode and it completely makes the truck level. And then they make a little tent that you can stick on top of those crossbars so you can camp on top of your vehicle on a perfectly level platform.
Now I want to introduce you to Courtney, one of our board members for the Mid-Island Electric Vehicle Association. She doesn't drive a full battery electric. She drives a Chevrolet Volt, which is battery and gas. How much range do you get with yours?
I get about 100 kilometers in the summertime.
In electric?
And then about a full tank of gas, so about 500 to 600 kilometers of gas.
Okay, so how often do you have to fill up with gas?
About every 2 months.
About every 2 months?
Yes.
So you're not affected too badly by the $2 a liter cost?
Not at all.
Tell us about your experience with the car.
I love it. I really enjoy it. I can do almost all of my daily commuting on electricity. I just have to plan appropriately. And for longer trips, it's great to have the gas to go where I want to. A few times it's come in handy if I've caught the last ferry and didn't want to go find a charge station. And yeah, it's been great.
And now we've got Doug here from Parksville. He's got this beautiful F-150 Lightning pickup truck. Doug, can you tell us a lot about it?
It's a 22 F-150 Lightning. It's a Lariat package with the extended range. All the towing options are on it. I've had it for just about a year now. We've got one of the first 3 that was delivered in BC. One of the things is there's no engine in it, so we have this huge frunk that's great capacity. It also has about 11,000 pound towing capacity. Range is about 500 kilometers. You can plug in your 110 outlets.
So you could put an espresso machine in here.
I could, or a coffee maker.
There you go.
In fact, I was thinking of bringing one.
Oh, very good.
I had a Kia Soul 2018, which I kept. I still have it. And I was so impressed with that car. Of course, I bought another Kia. 2018 Kia Soul has 100,000 kilometers on it. The battery still registers 100%. So that gives you the confidence to go and say, okay, I'm going to get something a little fancier. One of the things I've always wanted is a high-performance car, but I could never afford one. Now, all of a sudden, with the electrics, if you look at the specifications on this thing, 320 horsepower, 446 pound-foot of torque. So it goes 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds. That'll handle just about any hot rod in this show right now. 13-second quarter mile. Now, I don't drive that fast, but if you want to merge, this thing doesn't accelerate, it launches.
Our next car that we'll show you is a 2013 Smart Car. And Barbara here drives this all the time, everywhere. She can tell you all about it.
Right, so my car is 10 years old, has 95,000 kilometers, has the original battery, and the original range was about 120 kilometers, and it's still pretty close to that. So I love it. I keep saying I'm going to leave it in my will to my granddaughter. I drove this to work for the first few years. That's when I put most of the kilometers on it. 50 kilometer round trip. I still had plenty of range to do my shopping, my errands, go to, see somebody or whatever. So it's worked out very, very well. We charge it at home all the time, so it costs us, very little. We had a Bolt, Chevy Bolt, for 6 years as well. We could go to Victoria and back on the charge and still have left.
In the hole. Come on, baby. I got you. Better go and find my wife. Okay, take care.
Anyway, and now we have a Tesla 3, which is great for the longer trips. Great charging system that they have. It charges very fast. We can't even stop for lunch anymore because it takes so little time to charge that we have to charge it and then go and have lunch. The rare occasion that we have to drive somebody else's car or rent a car that's a gas car, we say, oh no, this is so awful. And they're so sluggish. You step on the gas and they have to think about it before they get going. It's you get so used to the instant torque, and of course the good handling because all the weight's in the bottom. No, we're absolutely devoted to our electric cars.
This is my Hyundai Ioniq 5. I've got it open here showing my frunk, which is much smaller than the pickup trucks that you saw. I'll put this down. And what I've done, I've set this one up. I've got an adapter set at the back here, as you can see, and an extension cord here. So I've plugged in my electric cooler. If there's a power failure with either of these vehicles, and also the Ford does this as well, if you have a power failure at home, you run an extension cord from your vehicle into your home, put your lights on, keep your fridge going, and with a full battery, you can keep them going for about 4 days, which is a tremendous, you don't need to have a gas generator for that. And again, this one is the ultimate model, fully loaded, got all the bells and whistles, lots of safety stuff in it, and lots of room.
How long have you had it, Larry?
2 weeks. I mentioned in a moment ago about the Kona. We traded that in 2 weeks ago for this Hyundai Ioniq 5. And we're just loving it. It's all-wheel drive, and it's going to take us lots of great places. We're quite excited about it. We've got a long-range trip to Edmonton coming up this summer. Now I've got my friend Craig here from Nanaimo, and he's driving Tony Stark's car. You've heard of Iron Man. Well, this is the one here, the Audi e-tron GT, and I'll let Craig tell you all about it.
Hi, so it's 2022 Audi e-tron GT. It has all-wheel drive, four-wheel steering. It goes from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in about 4 seconds. Top speed around 255 kilometers an hour. Its superpower is that it can go around corners at 3 times the posted speed limit. So if the corner says it's a 30 kilometer an hour corner, this car will do it at 90, which is kind of fun.
Not that you want to.
Well, I'm saying that it can do that. I'm not suggesting that it's legal to do that.
Right, yes.
It can do that.
Now, would you ever go back to a gas car?
I would not. I like the fact that my car is electricity based and I have solar on my roof, and so my solar panels charge my car. So I don't even consume any electricity from the grid. So it's kind of nice that the car is fuel efficient, energy efficient, is a blast to drive, and is very easy on the environment.
The ocean temperatures are spiking. Sea ice is going down. It's time we stepped up because the kids are watching. They're watching us, and they have every right to be upset with us if we don't do something. So here you go. Have fun and save the environment.
I just laugh as I go by the gas station.
If I had to sell this car tomorrow, I'd go find another electric car.